Don't you feel tired whenever you talk to some people and their comments are full of negativities, criticize everything and make you feel like nothing is good in life? Don't you feel tired when you interact with some people and they're just like emotional vampires that suck up all your energy and then you feel like you're so mentally drained? Don't you feel tired? Sooner or later, negativity is going to become part of your life as you hear negative stuff all the time if you don't do anything about it for your life. Sometimes we just don't get to choose what kind of people around us. I personally experienced a lot of such toxic people in my life. Interacting with them for a week, it's like interacting for like 1 year and making me feel so exhausted. Today, I really want to share with you how to identify such kind of toxic people and how to deal with them so that we can live a better life for ourselves. Hello, my name is Koala. Welcome back to my channel. Recently, I dyed my hair black by mistake, so you can actually see there are like two different colors. So this is my original brown color because I did it at home and messed up the color. Anyway, let's jump right into the topic. So how to identify who are toxic? Sometimes it's just not easy to identify such kind of toxic people. Because some people just wear face masks and they're a good actor. Rather than judge who they are, I found it easier to assess how I feel. Like after talking to them, if they make me feel negative, make me feel down, make me feel tired, make me feel question myself, then that kind of people are toxic to me because it creates the negative feeling around me. It's like you're here, but then they bring you down to like here. And that kind of feeling. I know someone who I really like as a human being, so I started to hang out with him more and more. And after a few times, I constantly feel so tired. And I don't know why. If you hang out with someone you like, you shouldn't feel this way. Later, I pay attention to how he talked to me. So he said like, oh, I'm moving home again. It's so sad to pack and unpack all the time. Then I just show my empathy. I said like, yeah, I've gone through that. I've moved home so many times and I know how tired it feels. Then he would say like, it's not just tiring, but it's depressing. Like when people keep saying depressing to you, I really don't know what to reply. The conversation just stopped right there and I feel like tired right away. Another business contact I met on LinkedIn. So I had dinner with him. The food came and we hadn't even started trying yet. Then he saw the food, he was like, the fish looks so dry, the veggie looks so bad. I don't think it's going to taste good. Then I was like, you haven't even tried this yet. You already judge everything is bad. Then how are you going to enjoy your meal? You know what I mean? So I literally just want to leave the table after I hear all these comments. Like, what's the point of spending time with these kind of people who constantly give you this kind of negativities, The toxic people are someone who suck up all your energy, like emotional vampire. Maybe you have positive energy to start with, but whenever you're interacting with some people, you are exchanging your energy together. Your positive energy is sending to him, and his negative energy is sending to you. That's why you feel tired. So it's very important to assess how you feel when you interact with somebody. The toxic people are someone who only sees the problems but not seeing the solution, while the positive people see the solutions to the problems. So how to deal with them? I'm getting a little cozy at home because like today is Saturday morning and I got up pretty early today at 7:50, so I just decided to make a video for you guys. So how to deal with them? Number one is setting boundary for yourself. Toxic people don't choose who they want to attack. They go to everyone and they want everyone to become their victim. They don't choose victim, but it's you who decide whether or not you want to become their victim. That being said, setting boundary is very important. When they come to you, you gotta say no. Tell yourself to disassociate yourself from them. If they constantly criticize things in front of you and criticize you all the time, you gotta say no. You don't want to hear this thing anymore. If they continue to say this thing to you, just tell them that you don't want to be friends with them. So be firm and set a clear bottom line for yourself and just protect yourself. Number two is limit your interaction with them. Like I said, we don't always choose who we interact with. Sometimes it may be work related, your coworker, your client, your partner, even your boss. Like some of the bosses are just toxic, but you still need to somehow deal with them. So what we can do is limit our interaction with them, because every word we exchange with them, we are exchanging energy with each other. You may not realize that we are exchanging energy, but it's really happening. To them, it's really good because they get all the positive and good energy from you. But for you, it's really bad. You are receiving all the bad energy instead. So I had a very toxic manager before, and I tried so many different ways to keep up with him, working with the HR, but nothing really worked. So in the end, I just had to quit my job and go to a happier place. And yes, now I'm in such a happier place right now doing things that I love. But you got to take action to limit the interaction with them. If that's what we have to do, we got to do what we got to do. Number 3 is try to isolate the state of mind from the surroundings. This means not letting things impact your emotions. It's kind of like being zen, like how our family, society, friends always expect us to have a good job, good income, get married, have kids, but you like to do things that are against the norm, and you got scolded, you got pressure from the society, from family. I used to get this all the time, and I learned to isolate my state of mind from the surroundings and stabilize my emotions. A few things that really helped me to being zen and stabilize my state of mind are writing journals. So I enjoy talking to myself and telling myself, acknowledging myself, the emotions that I have, and really build up the self-awareness. And I enjoy going to outdoor running alone. And I cut off all the social media except for my own work. I don't really look at people's social media, and I don't like social media, to be honest. Social media is just a channel of my work, but it's not my hobby where I constantly need to look at people's life. I also do nothing just to relax my mind. Number 4, manifest what you want. As a content creator, I got many haters comment all the time. Though majority of the comments are very sweet and supporters, and I really appreciate, but I do get haters too. They trash my work, being so rude, criticize everything I do, but they never produce anything themselves. Firstly, I don't reply to these people. I do have other YouTuber friends ask me, when you see a very rude comment, how do you reply? I don't. I just don't reply to them. Whenever I reply one word, you are already exchanging your energy with that person. I'm very stingy to my own energy. I don't want to give my good energy to the people who are not worth it. And secondly, I manifest every day. Manifesting has really changed my life, and I've manifested almost everything I wanted. No matter if it's personal life or financially, because I focus on my own energy to get what I want. I manifest for only the good people coming into my life, healthy relationship, more financial income, and all of the good stuff. If you really put your heart to manifest what you want, you will get what you want. If you want me to make a video on how I manifest, do comments below. The third thing I want to talk about is mental health. Actually, it's more about mental disorder along this topic, and I think it's very important. Some people may generalize those with mental disorder are toxic because we often think mental disorder people are depressed, they are crazy, and they're psycho. But it's not always true because there are different types of mental disorders. I recently did a Patreon audience meetup.
We are having a meetup in San Francisco Bay Area.
And I discussed this with one of my favorite Patreons.
What's your name? Yours is Kalita.
So our views are there are mental disorders that people are born with and they naturally develop, such as ADD and ADHD. And this kind of mental disorder generally don't create much negative impact on other people. But the opposite, sometimes the ADHD people, they are more hyper and passionate, so they actually bring more positive energy to people and bring more happiness. So it's not always true that mental disorder people are always toxic. But on the other hand, there are other mental disorders that are developed due to their life events and trauma, such as borderline personality disorder or bipolar. And there are higher chances for these kind of people to have a more negative impact on your life because they have very negative outlook in life, then they have very unstable emotions, then they have these recurrent episodes that would drive you like emotional roller coaster. So make you feel like up and down all the time and make you feel super exhausted. And this is due to the bad thing that happened to them in their life and they're traumatized if they don't make efforts to heal themselves. But for those who actually make efforts to heal themselves and go to therapy, they may end up become a very good friend that you can have. Anyway, that's all that I want to share today, and thanks for listening. If you like this episode, give a thumb up, share my video with other people if it's helpful for them, and subscribe to my channel. I'll chat with you next time.